9, 9:03.
Do we want to wait for that other person to get in, or?
We can.
I can continue working with Cassandra kind of in the private chat to figure that
All
out.
right.
If we need to.
All right. So let's get started. Okay. Welcome everybody. And those of you who are on your way to join us, this is recorded, so there may be people watching afterwards. I would like to start us off by grounding and centering and allowing us to be connected within so that we can connect with each other. So let's begin. If you can take everything out of your hands and just place, except for Tiffany, and put your hands on your lap. I like to put my hands flat down, palms down on the tops of my knees as I'm sitting, and feet flat on the floor. And we're going to just lower our gaze or close our eyes, just to allow our attention to come back within, back and down and in. It's kind of one of my mantras. And pulling our energy back in this way allows us to be more present. We're not out in the future. We're not dwelling in the past. We're sitting in this beautiful throne of divine now. So we're going to do some breathing in through our nose, like you're smelling a rose. And then we're going to exhale through our mouth, like we're blowing on a sunflower or a dandelion to spread the seeds. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. And we're going to do 2 more of these, in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And the third one, in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And while we're in this quiet space of now, just allowing ourselves to remember that we are already everything we want to be. We are already everything we're going to become. It's all within us, like an acorn becomes an oak tree. There's nothing we need to do differently except stay on our path and let our hearts be on fire with our truth. And our original brilliant light will shine. And that is who we are all craving to get to know, is your beautiful light as we share our own. So let us drop in today and spend some special magical connection time in a way that we get to learn more deeply about each other and ourselves. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Missy.
Beautiful words. I so needed to hear that.
Very welcome. And I will now turn it over to our lovely visionary chief dreaming champion, Karen Hoffman.
Welcome to there's a couple of people who haven't been with us before. Welcome. Gateway to Dreams was a dream of mine for a long time, and I actually was getting ready to think that maybe it wasn't going to happen in my lifetime until Susie Tozier stepped in and encouraged me to take some space in Chesterfield Mall. And for the rest of us now, that's our history, is that we have 6,400 square feet in Chesterfield Mall. And the purpose was always about helping people with their dreams. From the time I was a little girl, that's all I've loved to do, is connect people and help them figure out how to have their dreams. So as an organization, we want to inspire the dreams into action. It's not enough just to have a dream, it needs to move into action. And we believe that if we can model this, that we can have our dreams come true. We can change the world by starting right here in St. Louis. Our mission is to give voice and clarity to those dreams. Sometimes we have dreams, but we don't know how to make them happen, or we really can't get to the heart of the dream, which actually for me in the last couple of weeks, surprisingly now I'm even clearer on why I have the dreams that I have. So by having that clarity and by having a community of support, it impacts us socially and economically, especially for the women entrepreneurs we work with, nonprofits and for-profits. Next slide, Missy. This took us years to create, and we've actually added a number 7. And I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just the first 2 or 3 words: love more, judge less, be open to positive possibilities. We believe that there's a heart-smart connection and collaboration that we can create. We believe in paying it forward. Energetic empathy. That means sometimes we're listening for what people aren't saying, what some of their truths are that they're not able yet to verbalize. Empowering language. We are really, really, really about trying to language things positively for the energy that it creates. And number 7 that we have added that's not on the PowerPoint is living a strength-based life. The more we come from our inherent born with strengths, the stronger we are and the stronger our community will be. Next, Missy. Karen Garcia was actually part of our launch ambassadors way back in 2013. She passed away a year ago in June, 2 years ago in June, and she was the model of paying it forward. She was the model of kindness. And so we actually created cards that when you come to our face-to-face events, that we give out, that you can give out when you're doing a random act of kindness or paying something forward. Next, Missy. You've heard us talk about the beautiful Tiffany Huffelman, who is our technical guru and helps facilitate our meeting each month. And we thank her very much for investing her time in CPW and Gateway to Dreams. Next, Missy. We have sponsors that help us put on our events. And if you are interested, we have July open, and we'd love to give you some time to share what you are up to. Oh gosh, I just lost part of my agenda. My own agenda is different than yours, so give me just a second. But our sponsor today is going to be one of my dear friends, Jenny Grace Morris. And because I can't pull my agenda up, is this supposed to be when I turn it over to Jenny?
Yes.
It just went away.
Okay. Well, that's
good morning, Jenny. Thank you.
Good morning, y'all. Thank you. I'm so grateful to have this opportunity. So I am a voice actor, and I wanted just to ask you, did any of you have a dream that didn't come to fruition? Dreams may seem to be forgotten, but are they really? You know, when I was younger, I said to a family member that I wanted to be a voice actor. And you know what he said? Are you kidding me? Who the heck would hire you? Well, when we listen to others who don't see our gifts, that's the big mistake we make. You know, it would have been wiser for me to remember the compliments people gave me instead. And so, like, whenever I called someone on the phone that I didn't know, I would say, "Hi, my name is Jenny, and I would like to speak with a customer service rep." Well, my mom always commented that I had such a sweet voice over the phone, and I should have paid more attention to that, but I didn't. And over the years, I would then be asked to read aloud. One time while I was living in North Carolina, an opportunity to bring words alive in a class was given to me. And then afterwards, people ran up to me and said, "Oh, darling, You read so well. Have you ever thought about being a voice actor? Well, I thanked them, but did nothing about it. But this suggestion occurred so many times, especially during this pandemic, that I listened. During this time, I was helping others clarify their calling as a life coach, and I heard that voice from God that said, Jenny Grace, it's time to forget what your relative said and become a voice actor. Well, this was so exciting to me, so that I immediately took a voice acting class that was advertised on my Facebook page. And I don't even know how that got there. And anyway, I recorded my demo. And since then, I haven't stopped creating characters or reading aloud or discovering new accents to master. Karen then introduced me to companies that hire voice actors, one that records on hold messages, another does audio production, and even one lady who works for a radio station. There are some companies that or corporations that actually have sound studios inside their businesses, and they record training programs. So there's lots of opportunities. Well, I want to thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak about my voice acting business and to remind you, never give up on your dreams.
Aw. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jenny. And I didn't know about this. It's very exciting. And you are lit up like a Christmas tree or something when I see you sharing, because it's obviously something that has being birthed through you. So
yeah, that's the thing. Somebody stops you a long time ago, and now you're like, wow, this is what I've always wanted to do.
aw.
And but you don't do it if somebody you think knows more than you
Right.
tries to shut you up, right?
Right.
And so that's why.
That's why
So
we
thank
have
you.
Gateway to Dreams.
Yeah,
Exactly
Exactly.
why. Exactly why. Because
Just
we forget, don't we? We forget until we get reminded again.
Jenny's information's up on the screen, so if you want to get it, get it. Jenny also put it in the chat too, so everybody has it.
Oh, perfect.
okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
So this is what you too could be it could be supporting us in the future by becoming a sponsor and getting highlighted in this way. Thank you, Jenny, for being our sponsor this month. And the other piece I want to just let everyone know is in the past, we used to charge to come to these. And so it was a great way for Gateway to Dreams to get some money every month besides cover our costs. And we're not doing that right now. So because these are free, these sponsorships are super, super important. We're going to move on to the connecting piece in a way where it's called the getting to know you circles. And you'll be, the getting to know you document is going to be added to the chat, correct? And
It's coming.
oh, perfect. Did it just come to me or did it go there? Oh, there, okay. So, and then also, yeah, and then to see it on the, if you click on it, you can see the full document there. Hey, Missy, can you move to the getting to know you page? Or is
I'm
that?
there.
Not on mine.
It's not, you got to share your other screen.
Oh yeah, you're in the Prezi, not in the,
Oh, did I not get out of it? Hold on.
So this is when, and we're going to be going into small groups, correct, Tiffany? Of how many people do you know?
Correct. It'll usually be around 4 people.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration following the script that we've been given. And hi, my name is Deborah Leanne, and I own an organization called Authentic Leadership Academy and Consulting. I'm a speaker and a trainer and a paradigm shifter when it comes to women owning their power and stepping fully into their leadership and through their presence and through their wisdom, sharing their wisdom. And I'm looking for partnerships and connections with those who do leadership development in companies, or for team leadership development for executive leadership teams, or at retreat centers to offer those. In my professional life right now, I just need more downtime. I need to practice going into semi-retirement, and the same with my personal life. In the next 60 days, I'm looking to purchase a new tablet, and I'm researching whether it makes more sense to go in the Apple route or in the Android route, because I have one of each right now. And a dream I have, and you guys have heard me say this forever and ever, and maybe now that the pandemic is moving into a different phase, is I would like to do more leadership development retreats for women in gorgeous places like Tuscany and Hawaii. So that's how you do it, really quick and sharing. And then what happens is the timer may go off while you're sharing your piece. Go ahead and finish. If you can, if there's enough time in the group, you can come back later on and finish, or you can type your information, contact information into the chat for your group to have as well. The other piece is that we would like to have a facilitator in each group, and the facilitator, when you get into your small group, will be the person whose birthday is closest to today. And you'll, I'm sure you can figure that out pretty quickly. The last piece is that when your time is up, we want to make sure that everyone speaks. So it's the reason why we provided this template is to keep everybody somewhat on track. What's going to happen is you are going to be spurred to wanting to connect the person and ask questions. And those are ideal things for you to make notes of, either in the chat or in your journal, so that you can connect with the person and share this information after the fact. That's the whole promoting each other piece and connecting to help everybody grow their dreams even bigger. So any questions before we move into small groups?
So I'm going to let you guys run your time. So the person who's facilitating needs to run a timer and give everybody a minute, and do keep it to a minute, because everybody is going to be running at the same time, and I have no idea where everybody is in their conversation. So when I bring you back, I don't want to cut somebody off because your time went over. So it does look like we'll have, is there anybody who's not interested in going into a big breakout room? Because I see a few people who aren't on camera, so I want to make sure that if you're not going in the breakout room, that I don't put you there.
Karen Jenkins may not be able to because she's on another job.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
I'm okay, guys.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Good. And Alana, you don't want to go in one? You're going to work on that audio? Okay, got it. No worries. Just ignore the button when it pops up. Okay, so you're going to get a blue button here in a second that says join room. Join that room, find your facilitator, and start timing your room, or timing your conversation. And I think we are ready. Some of the rooms will have fewer people, and I'll give you 6 minutes total. So here we go, and away we go. Here's my magic wand. Sheva, I'm moving you. Missy, are you not going in a room either?
I'm not going in.
Okay. All right. Karen and Sheva, I'm going to move you guys. And Deborah, you're not going in either?
Mm-mm.
Okay. hold
Deborah
on,
just shared
ladies.
with everybody.
I know.
I was going to tell you, you
I'm
should talk
scared
to
out.
Tiffany about the pad. Which one's good?
Yeah, because I have an Android phone. I'm such a Samsung phone lover for 20 years, and I'm a diehard 30-year Apple user for my laptop, and I'm just like, which one do I want for? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I might just get a new laptop and be done.
Does that mean you're going to move away from your Apple laptop?
No, I think I might just get another Apple. No, I love my Apple.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to test this microphone too. I'm just going to randomly say stuff until somebody tells me they can hear me.
Is that Alana?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you're saying something, but I can't hear what you're saying.
You sound kind of far away.
Yeah.
I can't
Like,
get close.
it doesn't sound like you have a microphone anywhere close to your mouth. It sounds like it's like you're speaking and it's across the room or something.
Mm-mm.
So Tiffany,
No.
are you
Can't hear
a tablet person?
No, actually, I'm not really. I've always been PC, which is very unusual for creatives, for graphic designers. They're all on Macs, and I'm like the anomaly. But I've just always been there, and it's always been easier for me to deal with clients because most of my clients are on PCs. So
Oh, yeah.
But you know, with some of the new Microsoft products, they've got some really great graphic design options, like with their Surface and all that.
yeah, yeah.
They've got some neat stuff.
And
It depends on what you need and what you anticipate using it for.
I think I'll be using it a lot more for just communications and for like email and
Yeah.
blogging and
So
the
mostly
thing is
just
I'd like,
typing.
as opposed to what?
So mostly just typing, just word processing kind of thing.
Yeah, and I mean, it'd be nice to be able to get into QuickBooks, but all that stuff is it's online and
It's all online, yeah.
it
It's
doesn't
just
matter.
it's just what you're comfortable with and how mobile you are. Aneezer, do you want to go into a group? We've got a couple minutes left. I could pop you in a group with Jenny Grace and Karen Jenkins and Michelle Petralia. If you want to say hi. Or you can stay here, either way.
Doesn't matter.
Hi, Lady E, how you
Well, you can
doing?
stay here with
Hi,
us
Good.
then.
How are you?
We're trying to help Alana get her audio working.
Okay, you can pop me in the breakout room.
All right, very good. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is with this thing. There's 2 plugs and settings.
Oh, now you're going in and out.
Yeah. Can you unplug it all together? Is there an audio just on your computer or a microphone?
That's the microphone that I'm using because my microphone is working.
Oh my gosh.
This computer has the worst microphone on it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, it sounds all like sloppy.
Yeah, it's terrible. I know. And I've been working on it all morning, so I'm done. I give up.
Oh.
It's I have a video for the organization that I'm speaking about today, and that pretty much explains everything. So
Well, I wonder if are you able to like join by your phone at least for you to talk, and then I'll share the video, and then you can get back on here at least to listen.
I did not think about doing that.
Oh, so many people do that where they come in on their audio on one and their video on another.
And I don't want you to do that while you're presenting. I want you to be on one place because otherwise it'll record weird. But as long as your audio, as long as your video, as long as you're using your phone for your video and your audio, then I'll share the video when you need
will
it.
you please chat me that link?
Yep. You bet.
Whatever I need to do, please.
Is that the best place for you to access it on the chat?
Yeah.
Or do you want me to text it to you or something?
If you can text it to me, that would be awesome. But if it's easier just to chat it, that's fine too.
How much more time, Tiffany?
Didn't actually get.
Alana, I've got, let's see. I've got a number here for you. Let's see if it's a text number. Oh, come on.
352-7858.
Hey, Tiffany,
Yes.
my battery is about to die.
Okay. You want me to take over? Take
I
over
was
share?
hoping- yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Sorry to put all that on you this morning.
Okay, Alana, hopefully.
Well, you can just load up Alana's video if you want. Or was she gonna do that? Was she gonna share her own screen?
No, I'll share the video. I just want her on screen.
I was gonna say you don't need to have the other PowerPoint because
Alana, did you get that 7858?
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right. I know I've got the regular PowerPoint too.
Oh, okay. I was just
got it.
wondering if it'd be one less thing to try to,
Yeah.
because she's next on the agenda is Alana.
Yep.
Okay, I'm closing the rooms now. And Alana, part 2 is in. Well, so I'll mute you on your computer, and then we'll see if the magic worked.
And then as everyone comes back,
Oh, now, sorry, I muted you. Okay. Oh, and we lost Missy. All right.
Now,
she,
can you hear me now?
No, okay, unmute your phone.
There.
There we go.
How's that?
Yes. Now start
Much
your
better.
video on your phone too.
Oh, never done this from my phone.
If you tap on it, I think it will give you the options. Hello, everybody. Wow, everybody stayed to the last
there
minute,
it
so that
goes.
must mean you had great conversations.
Okay, now I got it.
Okay.
oh, and you sound so much better.
Yeah.
Yay. So good. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you, Alana, because you are the next on the agenda. Is everybody back, Tiffany?
It looks like it, yes.
Hi,
back.
welcome everybody. I hope that was everybody got a chance to share, and if not, we'll find a way to put your information in the chat. So we're going to go ahead and move into the Dream Tank section of the time together, and Alana Trepler is going to be sharing about a nonprofit and an idea that she'd like us to learn more about. So take it away, Alana.
Disabled athletes. Oh, God, sorry. Okay, Disabled Athletes Sports Association is a nonprofit organization for. Sorry, guys. Disabled Athletes Sports Association is an athletics program for people with physical disabilities. So people with cerebral palsy, traumatic brain injuries, just like my daughter, just atrophy of the muscles, veterans, disabled veterans with PTSD, people in wheelchairs for whatever reason at all, people who may have had a stroke or something, and they just need to get back into shape. They don't do a lot with people with mental disabilities because they don't have the resources for that. So, Tiffany, I have sent you a video. Do you have that? This is a video that my husband and I produced to celebrate their 20-year anniversary. So, Tiffany, if you just want to play that, that'll explain a lot.
And everyone can see the video?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Kelly Bellman. I'm a physical therapist, and I started DASA in 1997. I felt like it was a different avenue to rehabilitation. Basic clinical therapy can get kind of boring. I know that being involved in sports and fitness helps you set goals for yourselves, help encourage you to persevere through those challenges. And ultimately, you're doing it for yourself, not for your therapist or your parents or your doctor. It strengthens us physically and psychologically. So it was the best choice to make for the people that I was working with. I was working in the school district, and one young man came into my room, Ryan Demler. He had a lot of energy, and he really wanted to do big things in athletics when he grew up. Ryan and several of his classmates met, and we played wheelchair basketball for a couple weeks. And then one of them wanted to swim, so I thought, okay, let's start swimming lessons. And then one of them wanted to run, so I said, okay, let's start track. And then it just slowly evolved, and we gained more sports and more athletes. And here we are today, 20 years later, with probably over 300 athletes, many volunteers in every sport you can imagine. Our track and field team has athletes that are nationally ranked. Our sled hockey team has 2 gold medalists on it from 2 different Paralympic Games. Our power wheelchair soccer team, we now have 3 teams, one of which is nationally ranked and has an athlete that traveled to the World Cup. And our swim team now can be proud enough to say that Ryan Demler competed with Team USA. That's pretty exciting for us that he was the motivation behind the program and that he made it that far. So we're super excited. When I formed DASA, it was really for the therapeutic benefit of that kiddo. But what's come of it is so much more. the families that have been affected, the siblings, the parents that understand that that child is a productive citizen of the community, that it's not all about going to therapy and it's all about braces. It's not that at all anymore. It's having a sister that's on the soccer team just like I am, or having a brother that's on the swim team just like I am. There's so much more part of the family, a natural part of the family. Understanding that these children that have been labeled with disabilities from the beginning, that there are no limitations. I mean, we will find a way for them to show their best abilities. The whole world is learning from our kids that DASA athletes do not have limitations.
It's such a wonderful organization. They have done so much. My daughter can walk because of the activities and she's on a part of the program is they have a gym at Mid Rivers Mall called the Ability Gym where they train. That's where they have like a training gym, and they actually train these athletes like football players. And so Loretta goes twice a week. And because they're a nonprofit, it only costs her $30 for an hour of fitness training. And I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, she wouldn't have the opportunity to do that. Their swim program is $30 for 8 weeks of swim therapy. And then they put these kids on the swim team. Soccer, it costs up to $20,000 for one of those soccer chairs for an athletic motorized wheelchair soccer chair. And they provide these chairs to these athletes. But that's, you're like a typically developing child can go join a competitive soccer team for like $1,200 a year or whatever it is. You can join the YMCA for $30 or whatever it is. These athletes have to pay $20,000 for a chair. Then they have to travel because there's not just a local soccer team like Veta that you can join that's right down the street. They have to travel to Illinois or Minnesota or other states to compete. And so then they have to buy a chair, a trailer to haul the chair. Then they have to have a van to haul their regular chair, their daily electronic chair. And then they have to pay a hotel fee. Then they have to pay for food while they're traveling. Then they have to pay to the arena or whatever they're using to use that. So it's just, this program offers these athletes the ability to do these things at little to no cost in a lot of times. They just provide it. So
Alana, how can we support this organization? One of them is just knowing about it. I'm one of the ones that didn't know about it. Anybody that didn't know about it before, will you raise your hand? Did you know about this? All right. How can we support? We don't have a lot of more time, but how can we best support you?
I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, and guys, I could talk about
You're
this.
emotional. You
for
love this
hours.
organization.
Like, please call me if you want to know more. But go subscribe to their YouTube channel. Go follow their Facebook. Go and I'll put all their links and stuff into the chat so you guys can see it. Just follow them, like them, spread the word. And guys, if you know anyone who has a physical disability that wants to engage and do any types of these activities, please feel free to give them my number, connect them to DASA. The information was on the end of that video, but the video is on the chat. So you can
I'm gonna challenge everybody.
YouTube, the 20.
Alana, I'm gonna challenge everybody on the call, if you would please do this. Share it on your Facebook page, please, for Alana. Just share the link. That's not a big ask. It doesn't take but a couple of seconds. And the more people that know about it, you don't know that when you post it, where the ripple will go. Alana, thank you. And thank you for the video. It was beautiful.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you so much for letting me do this today. And thank you all so much. for supporting and sharing the DASA information.
Put
Thank
it
you so
all in
much.
the chat. Put it all in the chat so we can share it.
Okay, it's in there. Stephanie's done it.
Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alana. That was beautiful, and I can see that you're so passionate about it, which makes me be even more passionate. So thank you for sharing yourself as well. In terms of the next part of the agenda, moving, because that's my job, is to move us forward. I would like to move into the fact that we're going to have our speakers, and each speaker has 15 minutes. And I will be giving you a heads up when you're down to the last 5 minutes so that you have time to wrap up. Our first speaker is our educational speaker today is Cassandra. Oh, I didn't ask. Is it Jolliffe? Am I saying it right?
Yes, you are saying it right when you say it the American way. If you
Jolliffe.
do the heart of it, that's French. It's
Okay.
Jolliffe.
Jolliffe. Okay, I want to say it right then. Cassandra Jolliffe is an international speaker, entrepreneur, live streaming media coach. Oh, I need you. Purpose branding strategist, media personality, and founder CEO of the Jolliffe Group, LLC, a marketing, branding, and new media agency, helping purpose-driven women entrepreneurs and a few good men to build their visibility on platforms to increase their influence, impact, and profitability. She is the creator and executive producer of the Cassandra Jolliffe Live. This talk show is centered around purpose, faith, entrepreneurship, and lifestyle. A few of her favorite things: shoes, travel. Who wears shoes anymore, by the way? Travel, scenic beaches, music, foodie explorer, watching breathtaking sunsets, and of course, the arts. She resides, and you're going to have to correct this, in Dallas, Texas, and Godfrey, Illinois. Please help me welcome Cassandra.
Hello, everyone. Wow, I am so stoked today to be able to serve you all, and I'm going to do my very best to share with you why it's so important that you are showing up visible and purposeful in what it is you do so that you can make a greater impact, a greater influence. And of course, you know that as a business owners, that increases our profitability. So I'm going to get right into my presentation here. And if you have any questions afterwards, then I'll be glad to answer any of those. And I'm super excited to be with you all today. So first of all, Karen Hoffman, thank you a million for the opportunity to be around these incredible purpose-filled, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. I am so stoked to be connected to you all. And this is not just a one-time thing. I will be plugging in here. So in short, let me get started. So I want to share my screen here, sir. Hopefully I can do this right. People think that I'm super technical. I'm really not. I just look like I am. So let me carry on here, and I'm gonna get right into it. All right, so give me, let's see here. Believe it or not, I used to be an executive assistant, but those days are long gone. So let me see here. All right, I'm having some challenges, but let me just do it like this. Are we all right? So here it is. Live streaming is to increase your impact, your influence, and your income. You got the gist of my background a little bit there as far as my company is concerned, but let me give you a little bit of insight about me in addition to this. Now, I do work with purpose-driven entrepreneurs, but my focus right now is working with women of faith. Now, I don't exclude anyone else, but I'm just showing you that that's primarily my focus. And once again, is to help them increase their influence, impact, and income, and have an enjoyable lifestyle. So what I've done by going live, and by the way, it may seem like I got the personality for this, and to a certain degree, I do. However, I have my own challenges. I did not want to do a show for about 25 years. And I knew that was the lane I was supposed to be in. I kept putting it off. And so since I stepped up to the plate, these are a few things that have happened to me as it relates to becoming more visible, going live streaming, having my own show. So I've had the opportunity just in my background and to work with PBS as a community producer there. I've been on Channel 5. I've been on the platform at the Essence Festival as a panelist. I've also been on a talk show in St. Louis there with Nikki Roach. And I've also been on podcasts, both nationally and internationally. I was also the editor at large for a digital magazine, Christian magazine called Dora. If you could bring in Joyce Myers and connect with that there Oprah Winfrey, that was Dora magazine. And so as a result, these are just some of the things that I've done, but I'm most proud of the fact that through launching and going live stream, it put me in a position to become a finalist after over 400 coaches in a digital show called Follow My Launch with Lindsay Anderson. And in short, I was over 400 people of coaches. I came in the 10th place. So I'm proud that I did that because I almost talked myself out of it. Now, with that being said, this is where we are, ladies, that is according to Sir Brown himself. Les Brown, that is. I was on a event a few weeks ago, and he got my attention by these words. He said, we are now in the attention economy. We're no longer in brick and mortar, but we are in click and order. Okay, so we know where we've been at this last year and a half. Everybody and their father has been clicking there on their Amazon, and we have been on various events virtually. So we are now in the attention economy. If you are a speaker, you're author, whatever the case may be as an entrepreneur, you are now in the attention economy, and you have to do that by showing up on live stream. Now, with that being said, I want to share with you that live streaming is not a trend. This is here to stay. It is the new gold standard to help you influence your target market, impact your clients and customers, your purpose brand, and to increase your income by growing your business. In addition to that, give me one moment. There we go. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I'm out of town, and that's my aunt. So in short, this is what will happen for you. The 3 top power agents must-haves is number 1 is visibility. When you show up visible, it is important to know that you are going to get viewers. People are going to follow you because they feel that connection. They feel your authenticity and your knowledge and expertise. So with that, you gain reach. And with that reach, it's going to automatically get the engagement that people are going to be interested in working with you. And the key to this, all of this, is to serve. We are leaders that have a servant's heart, and we are purpose-driven. And when we just do what we do.
Now what?
Uh-oh, I think we lost her. Oh no.
Her internet was really sketchy. Ugh.
Oh, you're
All
muted,
right.
Cassandra. Unmute.
No, we lost her completely.
Am I in there?
Oh no, there you are. Okay, you're back. Yes.
We lost
Okay.
you. And it was
We
in
lost you. We
good
lost your
stuff.
screen share.
Did we? Okay. What part did you left off hearing?
Engagement. You're in the middle circle.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yes. So engagement. I'll just do it from this way. So I'll just talk about it from here. Sorry about that, guys. This is the beauty of, I'm telling you, you got to make technology your friend, even though it acts like your enemy sometimes. So you can't let it throw you off key. So in short, I was talking about reach and engagement. When you show up and serve, that's the final 3 must-have top agents, is that when you serve your clients from a heart-centered perspective, they will support you and they will tell others about you. So I want to encourage you guys today to show up, and you don't have to have it perfect. You have to be purposeful. Does that make sense? You don't have to have it perfect, and you can operate from a spirit of excellence, not perfection. but you want to make sure that you're showing up. So here it is, just a few things to keep in
I'm
mind.
Kelly Bellman.
Do keep your intro short and credibility short, but don't overdo it. Serve and have fun. Make this an interactive experience with you. Don't shoot from the hip, right? Make sure you know your subject matter. And also, if you get off track, what just happened, right? You got to bounce back quickly. And that gives you kind of the idea there. In short, I just wanted to share with you all the importance of being visible. Now, how you can connect with me, of course, is my website, info@cassandrajoff.com. I'm on social media. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Cassandra Joliffe TV. And of course, you can reach out to me personally there at my number as well. So that kind of gives you some information. Any questions for me? I know I rushed through this just a little bit, but I want to create some engagement here. So any questions that you guys have?
And you still have 6 minutes, so you're good.
Oh, great. Okay, so with that being said, let me share this here.
And don't you have an upcoming program, Cassandra, that you can share with the group?
I do. Let me share with the peeps. Okay, here we go. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. I got it on screen, but if you go to CassandraJoliffe.com, I have an upcoming Go Live streaming workshop, and we're going to get into the fine things of how to share your content, what to do when tech happens, how to leverage your live streaming to grow your business. And you can go ahead and go to CassandraJoliffe.com, which you see there on my screen to make it easier for you, and get on the waiting list. And on July 8th, we are scheduled to have that. And that's going to be a paid workshop. That's going to be a $47 workshop. But we are going to dive in so that you can get your purpose elevated on a platform. The one thing that I want to encourage you guys is this. Some of you are already doing this and some of you are already planning on doing this. But I want to encourage you to develop your own show, whether you do an online talk show or whether you do a podcast. Get in where you fit in and make a greater impact. Not only that, of course, what your causes are going to be elevated. I just want to say something for each and every one of you that are on today's broadcast. See, I'm talking that broadcast talk. For each and every one of you that are watching and here today, I want to help to elevate you and bring you on my talk show so that you can elevate your brand. And because of the things that I've done, my show's been on now 3 years. It hasn't always been perfect. I'm still a work in progress, but that's to encourage you, to let you know that you can do it. And while it's been not the best in terms of having it all together, but keep moving forward as I continue to develop the show, I want to share with you some things that have happened. Number one, you see that I was featured on Follow My Launch. In addition to that, thank you very much. In addition to that, the fourth time that networks have reached out to me who want to put me on a platform with my show. I literally just spoke with someone yesterday out of Sydney, Australia. They've been watching my show on Facebook, and now they are reaching out to want to have me come on their networks. And I say this not because I knew it was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to happen this quickly, but I knew it was going to happen. But the thing is that when you start doing it, doors and opportunity will open for you because your purpose is putting a demand on your gift to reach your destined clients. And so I don't want you to scurry and think about, well, I don't have this and I look like that. Don't get caught up in that. You have to be a servant. You have to show up and elevate your purpose on a platform so that you can make what you've intended to do already, which is to make your life count, to make your business count. So I want to admonish you, don't scurry away from live stream. Put it in a package. Get your purpose on a platform. And if you're already there, then elevate it to the next level. That's all I got for right now. Any questions, ladies?
Just know that you have some comments and things in the live chat. in the chat, so make sure you look at it.
Yes, I have a
Thank you for
question.
sharing that with me. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
And let me put
I
you
was
guys
gonna-
on.
so how often do you recommend people be on for the best visibility? What is your opinion?
I at least at the minimum, ladies, is that you want to be at least once a week. Now, the goal is to show up more than that if you can. Two to three times a week would be ideal on your on your various social media platforms. But and I would also encourage you to pick one or the other, or if you can manage more than one platform. Right now, for me, it's Facebook. But my heart and game is really on YouTube. That's where I really want to elevate the brand, on YouTube,
Yes.
because it's America's search engine. I mean, everything I do is YouTube University. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to know about something, I'm always going to YouTube first about anything. And so, in short, you may want to show yourself on TikTok, or you may want to be on Instagram, and that's something I'm going to pair as well. But find one platform and work that one platform. Any other questions? And I am trying to look in their chatness.
Can you
And I may have
unshare
to
too,
answer
so
your
we can see your
questions
face?
privately. Yes, ma'am. Oh, see, this is why we have a tribe. Okay, let me unshare. Did I stop sharing?
Nope. There you go.
Sheva's
Stop
got her
sharing,
hand
Cass.
raised. Sheva, do you have a question?
Thank you.
Yes, I'm gonna lower my hand
Yes.
now. Hi. Oh my God, so fun. And you are just the epitome of courage. We love seeing that. And
Oh, thank you.
just so great. It takes a lot of courage to go live. And I know many of us here have been like dancing and skirting around that, and we're almost there. We're like, well, Deborah does it, Tiffany does it, I think Jana does it. Yeah, and Lady E just started. Sorry, I'm calling everybody out. I didn't mean to do that. But
no, you're fine.
My question is, what we have some coaches that are wanting to create, like, okay, so when we're starting out, do you have any suggestions? A course, a book, a YouTube channel, like which first do you feel from your experience?
Now, when you say that, are you talking about where to get information? Or are you talking about
platform?
In terms of platform, I would encourage you to visibility. I think is best, because it'll get people closer to the book. If that's what you want to do, you can turn that book into a platform, not just and it's of course a marketing tool, but you could take that book and turn it into a platform. What do I mean by that? Take the book, turn it into a show, or take the book and turn it into a coaching program or a course, and then put that on a platform, if that makes any sense there. And I got a question to ask you guys very quickly. How, and if you could just be transparent and a little honest, it's okay. And that is anybody like kind of apprehensive about being visible besides me when I used to be? Okay. Okay. And if, and Lady Eleazer cracks me up because she's just drop dead gorgeous. I don't know why she's, hesitant, but I get it. It happens to everybody, even myself. And what is the one thing, if anybody would like to kind of just shout out really quickly, what's the hesitancy? If you could, and we're all brand champions of who you are. I just want to know.
Ego.
Inquiring purposes want to know.
Do you hear me say ego?
Ego? Oh, you said ego. Ooh, that's a good one.
Edging God out, right? Like edging God out. Not, I'm a heavy person now. I'm embarrassed.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Okay, so it's maybe the physical part of it, right? Anyone else?
Sometimes you want to be perfect, and you can be on the personally. On the phone, I can just totally rock my whole moxie and surprise myself. But you put me in front, I am, people don't believe this because they've known me. A lot of people that've known me for years, they do not believe this, but I am so socially awkward and camera shy. I really am. And
Wow.
I don't feel, I'm scared that I'm going to trip up my words, that it's not going to be perfect, and all of that stuff. So
Let me free you guys up for a moment. Just can I just help free you up? Here's the thing, and then I'll make it quick because I want to actually make sure I stay within my time. So, and you can get a hold of me. You know, go to CassandraJolliff.com, register for get on the waiting list, and then personally reach out to me on Facebook, DM me, and then I'll make sure I connect with you offline. Okay, so in short, you guys, I get it. It's challenging to sometimes show up, but here's the thing. First of all, y'all beautiful anyway, no matter what you think you look like or not. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and all of y'all on here, even the ones I can't see across the screen because I got their name up, I already know you're beautiful. So don't let what's the physicalness or the technical thing or the things that happen in the background stop you from showing up with your mastery. And it's something you just got to work through. There's no pill. I mean, you can use prayer, but at the end of the day, you still got to show up. And the thing is, you got to do it afraid. Joyce Meyer said it best. That's why I'm doing it, because of what she said. Do it afraid, and you'll get better as time goes. And give yourself some slack. Have fun with it. I screw it up all the time, just like you saw today. But it doesn't stop. And I've quit a few times.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, ladies.
Yep. And I don't care how many years I've been doing YouTube videos and all of that. I'm still messed up with it at Sheva. I mean, I've got this thing of Anizers, like wanting it to be done perfectly, but then a fear that people won't like me. And, you know, I have to just do it anyway, because some people do. And those are the people that I continue to do my messaging for. So, okay. I'd like to introduce our next speaker. And I would like to also, we were supposed to take a minute or two to stand up and stretch, but if we can just do that in place. But if you do have to take a bio break, you're big ladies. I mean, you're big girls. I trust you to go do your thing. So I'm going to stand up and stretch while I'm reading Jana Gamble's bio.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oof. Okay, every time you do that, it makes my agenda go away. Okay. Jana, I can't wait to introduce you. She is our personal story speaker today. And Jana M. Gamble is an independent producer, screenwriter, director, assistant director, speaker, author, and advocate. Jana is a member and moderator for the Organization of Black Screenwriters, woohoo, as well as the local chapter director of Hollywood Prayer Network, STL, and member of the HPN Global Network. Active as an empowering presence in her community, our community, Jana also participates in the St. Louis University's Habitat for Neighborhood Business program and Bridge to Hope, St. Louis. In 2011, Jana took on the honor of going through the process to become a living organ donor to a dear friend, to only be told 1 year later she had cancer in that same kidney. Gamble's life has given her a generous amount of experiences that filled her toolbox to share with the world. Beautifully said. From the faith-based book to film and even straight hood scripts, Gamble's voice is being heard. Jana's company, Purposed Productions, established in 2014, is bringing Hollywood to St. Louis through film, TV, and providing youth opportunities to explore history and the healing art of filmmaking. We proudly represent dynamic artists and speakers transforming the world by speaking on purpose. Purposed Productions also produces virtual events catering to our clients with customized concierge services to serve your virtual event needs. Gamble is a proud mother of two and resides in St. Louis, Missouri with her beautiful and talented teenage daughter, who is also her business partner and senior nail artist for their company, Designer Nails. The Gambles are loving owners of their adopted dog, Mamba. Photo. And let me introduce to you today, please help me welcome Jana Gamble.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm so grateful to be here with you. Karen, CPW ladies, thank you for having me. I'm honored to be able to share my story, my testimony with you. And without further ado, I'm going to jump right in. This is I love to speak, of course. I'm a screen share with you, but obviously my favorite thing to speak about and share is always my testimony. Oops, 1 second, my thing is in the way. So this journey is one that I will never forget, and it keeps going without a doubt. And I named it when Karen asked, what is the title of your talk? And I said, Against All Odds, because that's the only thing I can say. And it keeps getting better. And I keep fighting. And everybody says, you know, you're a fighter, you're a fighter. And as she just introduced me, you already heard all the things and titles. I'm not one of titles, and titles, you know, people get hung up on, and I really don't care. That's just people how they identify, and we'll move on from there. But CPW, please join me. I invite you to use this remainder of time just to listen in on my testimony against all odds. Would you take another deep breath with me as we begin? It's a lot. And exhale as we continue this journey. Hop on this emotional roller coaster with me, and let's start. And we go back to 2011. This is Al, a good friend of mine. When we started, we have to talk about him. And Al asked me, he took me to dinner. We like to go to Olive Garden. And he said, you know, can we go to lunch and talk? And he brought me this folder, sat it down on the table. And I knew he had been sick for a while. He's a veteran. And he asked me, you know, Jana, this is a big ask, but I'm interested to know if you would be interested in donating your kidney to help save my life. And something on the inside of me told me that I was supposed to say yes immediately, without a doubt, without a second, a heartbeat, a beat in the script. I said yes. And my parents and everyone around me was very alarmed at my request and that notion that I would say, like, you've only known this man for a few years. He's not family, he's not blood, and you would say yes to donate your kidney to another human being while you're alive. You have children, you're a single mom. How could you do this? But I said yes to Al. I knew God said yes to me to save his life. Sorry, I went the wrong way, but let's move forward in this journey. And over the years, I went back the months, I went back and forth because he's a veteran. The veteran office and hospitals were best in Nashville, Tennessee. I traveled back and forth by flights, testing after testing. I was a match. What in the world, who in the world would have thought that I was a match for Al? But God knew, and that's why he told me to say yes. And so I was a perfect match for him. I went back and forth, testing after testing. And then months later, there were crickets, no answers. I wasn't hearing back from the hospital. And then the nurse finally responded and said, Jana, the doctor said, a third of the doctors in the country said that a living organ donor cannot have the sickle cell trait because there's a chance that you could have renal cell carcinoma or other, issues with your kidneys. So we're not going to allow you to have be the organ donor for Al and save his life. And because of HIPAA laws, you have to tell him we cannot. So months went by, and lo and behold, Al did have 5 children, and only one of the 5 children and his wife out of that was not tested prior to, and none of them were a match. But the last daughter, my friend at the time, she was finally tested and she was a match. And I was able to go along and be her support person and watch the entire journey unfold and experience her save her dad's life. So I still got to see this unfold. 1 year later, that I was supposed to donate my left kidney, and I started to get sick. September, 1 year later, not able to keep food down, nausea, pain in my stomach. Unbeknownst to me, I let my children go to school. I said, God, I feel like when my kids come home, like I'm going to be dead. I don't understand what's going on. Holy Spirit told me to go to the emergency room, and I went. And they said, well, you haven't eaten in 12 days, whatever it was at that time. And so they did a CAT scan immediately, and there was an incidental finding, they said, which I had taken out of my vocabulary that year. And they told me that later in the day, a doctor came in with horrible bedside manner, and he said, as he was tapping on the keypad of his computer, he said, well, you know, the cancer that they found, and I said, what? No one had told me that I even had cancer. So I found out that day that I did have renal cell carcinoma, the same cancer they said I could have had a year later. There was no cancer there. I had 3 years worth of growth of cancer in that same kidney I was supposed to donate a year earlier to save someone's life. So the good fight began that day. This picture was taken by my friend Joyce Marchand, because at that time, my children, I didn't know like what would happen. They told me the odds, I was 30 years old. I should not have even, the odds of me having this cancer at all as a 30-year-old Black woman were completely out of the spectrum. So I didn't know my chances of living. And so I wanted to take a family picture with my children. So that's why we took this picture. So over that time, the power of prayer became so evident to me more than ever in my life. This picture is of my neighbor, Amalia, 4 years old at the time. This is a later picture of her mom, Mercy Mena, Pastor Mercy. They were my neighbors for 9 years in St. Peter's. Mercy and Amalia would come over every morning before their start of the day. And Amalia at 4 years old would lay her hands on me and pray to start my day. And it was so powerful and helpful to me. And I got through that season of my life also by the power of prayer. And I would always constantly listen to my pastor virtually, Pastor Bishop Jakes, and physically would going through Pastor Blunt at Church on the Rock, and his message, knowing the names of God got me through so much, and him laying hands on me during that time and healing through my cancer was major for me. And then, of course, my doctors. First of all, I didn't have insurance at that time, and getting insurance and my doctors fighting for me and finding advocacy in myself was a major important factor in finding my healing. Finally, my primary doctor, which I can't even recall her name because of the different issues that I've had over this last couple of years, helped me find Dr. Master Mahalis Michael, who's in the top right. And he said, you know what, Jana, this is what we call where favor comes in. I was going to donate my kidney as a living organ donor, so I deserve the best kidney treatment possible. And he couldn't give that to me. His treatments were like older, you know, he was going to have to give me a 9-inch incision across my entire side and take my entire kidney. That's the technology he had, but he knew of a doctor, the best doctor in St. Louis, who did surgeries for celebrities, and he taught students at WashU how to do robotic surgeries, laparoscopic surgeries, and that was Dr. Sambayani, who's in the left top picture, who I took a picture after my surgery. And so he found me and connected me to Dr. Sambayani, who, once I finally got my insurance, decided to take me on as a patient and do my surgery. And on the bottom half is Dr. Christy Jenkins, who's a naturopathic doctor, who is a woman of faith, who prayed over me, gave me naturopathic healing during my time as I was doing treatment. It was absolutely amazing as well. And she's in St. Charles, Missouri. And these three people were pivotal in my healing process. I actually did not have to have any chemo, any radiation, or anything else like that. Praise God. I literally talked and prayed and advocated for myself not to get rid of my entire kidney. I was going to bless somebody by saving his life by donating my entire kidney. So I was able to only get the partial nephrectomy. So they took out the piece and our surrounding area of the kidney that I had to get out, and that was it. And Dr. Sambayani was able to do that for me. And these quotes that you see are from Chadwick Boseman, who passed away last year. As you can see, the Black Panther poster behind me. I have to honor Chadwick. Thank you. Behind me always, and these quotes, as you can see them. Thank you, Deborah. These photos are from me, different parts of my journey. The ladies above are different women that I've joined with. Sheila on the far right, she is a phenomenal woman. She has cancer that she's been battling, breast cancer, over the years. She is a fighter, and she brought all of us together to put this swag magazine calendar together, all different. She put, it's called All Cancers Matter. And she brought all these women together to celebrate that we are survivors, we're overcomers. And we did this beautiful photo shoot and celebrated life and all of us being victorious and winning over cancer. And so the big photo of me is one of the photos that I shared. And just as even Cassandra shared that, you know, being scared of coming on camera, and I was nervous about taking this picture, but, you know, sharing my cancer scars and being open about that. And then on the other picture, Orlando Watson, his I'm a Survivor cancer events, and he recently had just overcome cancer a second time and had to have his leg amputated. And I salute him and honor him today. This is just a post I had made about in a photo shoot of that we did for cancer. Jalen, I just want to honor him. Recently, I met his mother and was connected to him by LinkedIn. He's 22 years old, and he was recently diagnosed with the same exact cancer I have, which is extremely rare. And I just want you guys to pray for him. There's also GoFundMe. He was sent to the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville and for a second opinion, and they gave it to him, but now they want $100,000 to even start any kind of treatment. So they don't know what to do. So I just ask you to pray for him today and to continue prayer for him and his family. So that is how to follow me, and that's in the chat, but I want to leave a few minutes for the time being, and I'm going to stop screen sharing. So that's my story, and I have other things to share, of course, but we can talk offline, and I'd love to share that in the future. Tiffany, if you'd help me, because I can't get to the stop. Oh, there we go. So if anyone has any questions, I'd love to share at this time.
I don't have a question, but I
Or
just want to
comments.
say, yeah, comment. Thank God. Thank God.
Amen. Amen.
Dana, you know, I just need to say that I didn't know this story. And for anyone that knows Jana, she doesn't lead with the story of victim mentality. She leads with the story of miracles. And I think that's why I love her so much, because this isn't her main story. The main story is that she's a miracle in the way she sees life every day, every moment. And how many people do we know that the minute we meet them, they tell us about their trials and tribulations, but Janet just walks up and speaks about her triumphs and her blessings. And it's just an honor for her to be in our community. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Sheva.
Wow. And so many connections in our community. It's Orlando Watson is a dear friend of mine. His daughter and my daughter were best friends in kindergarten, probably through like 6th grade. So, and I just want you to know that it's the world is increasingly smaller, and it's because of people telling stories. because it continues to connect us in so many ways. And the web just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So thank you. Thank you for being here today and for sharing and your courage. And oh man, you and Cassandra, I just feel like we had like the jackpot today in terms of speakers and special souls and spirits. So did anybody have any other comments or questions? We're like right on time, which is so unusual. I'm never on time, so this feels really exciting to me. So let's just mess it up. Let's mess up the on time thing so my perfection
Cassandra,
can have
did
a
you-
problem.
Yes, I just wanted to say something very quickly. Jana, I thank you for being a warrior. I thank you for pressing forward in the face of difficulty, over surmounting, the things that you had to deal with. As you might have seen, I have a podcast that I'm planning on doing called The Magnificent Life. And it's not because my life is magnificent or because I know people with magnificent lives. Actually, I know people with a lot of messed up lives, jacked up lives, and they are making the best of them. And so I've had my own horrific stories, as we all have, right? And I just want to say thank you for pressing forward, moving forward, no matter what the obstacles and what is, in my times of horrific opportunities that God presented to me, I'm just like, God, how do you want me to get through this? And it's just, sometimes it's just one moment at a time. I can't even think about the next hour or the next thing or the next day. It's this moment. It's this moment right now that I believe that I get to go to God in prayer and that He will listen and answer and help me. And then He sends people, magnificent people with their own horrific stories who will encourage me. And sometimes I'm encouraging them. So I just thank you for being a trooper, for sharing your story. It's all I wanted to say. I'm so happy to meet everyone here. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you, sister.
Whoa. Okay. Somebody?
Jana, this is Lady E. Thank you for sharing your story. It is so inspiring, so inspirational. And I just hope, just to say to you, I just hope that you look in the mirror from time to time and smile and say, oh God, I thank you for me, because you are some kind of wonderful, and God has blessed you and brought you through that and given you that testimony to be a witness to so many people who, whether it's cancer, or some people have a cancer in their life, in their mindset, or whatever. And so I just have to say thank you so much. It's so inspiring, and I think can be very liberating to so many people. So if someone tells you not to make it about you, make it about you, because what you say is going to lift them up and inspire them. And thank you for just being so transparent. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Yeah. Thank you, Lady E. We often, especially as we grow in our visibility, speaking to Cassandra earlier, we tend to want to pull back and hide like a turtle, it pokes its head out and then goes, oop, too much, and we pull back in. And this is exactly when we need to have the courage to stay out and stay visible and stay true to our voice and who we are. So Jana, don't hide, and don't try to, take care of you, because that takes care of all of us. So I'd like to just ask, for those of you who have been around Gateway to Dreams, what has been being a part of Gateway to Dreams or connecting and promoting women? What has helped to support you in your growth, the growth of your dreams, the growth of your business? If I could hear from one or more of you, that would be great right now.
You can go ahead and either unmute yourself or raise your digital hand and I'll call on you.
And I'm happy to share mine if anybody wants to know. Is I just want you to know that years ago, Karen always has believed in me, and she would let me do my little workshops there and keep practicing until it got to the place where everything that I had written and practiced, I was actually paid to deliver in a leadership development program. So it has been a safe place for me to grow, for me to test my wings, for me to be supported in a loving community. So that's what Gateway to Dreams has been for me.
Awesome. Jana, I see your hand raised.
Thank you. I even think Gateway and Karen and Sheva, look, they listened to God even recently, that they put a seed that's been planted in their heart, God bless you, that was ahead of instruction for me. So I'm grateful for their insight that planted a seed ahead of time that's preparing me, that I'm hearing now and getting instruction. And then before, relationships that Karen has brought to me, or even orchestrated and connected for me. So many different things, and partnerships, just so many different connections. Relationship building, mastermind groups, like everything. I'm just so grateful for every piece of the puzzle that the community of Gateway has brought me, and love and sisterhood.
Awesome. Thank you, Jana. Jenny Grace.
Wow, what can I say? Jana said it all. I am so grateful for, I can't, people, Karen, just consistently connects, and believes in people. And then that also, we believe in each other. Mm-hmm. And so, and look at just like Tiffany comes on and she does all this tech stuff, and Sheva, and everybody contributes. And it's really just like, it just keeps you going because some of us don't really have many people in our lives. So this is a sisterhood where we can keep each other going, encouraging each other. And I'm just so very grateful.
I'm going to go ahead and move on, and thank you, Jenny, for those comments. I think we're all in mutual agreement here. Nissy, did you want to share?
Hello, ladies. Are we sharing,
Yes.
Tiffany?
It's
okay.
About yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking at Deborah Leanne's beautiful face. I didn't see the, the screen share.
Wait, are you doing testimonial, or are you doing the board?
Donate to.
No, I thought we were moving on to the next thing. I thought
the board.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And volunteering.
Yes. So ladies, this is Karen's amazing board of people that are behind her. I won't say behind her, next to her, helping to keep Gateway to Dreams going. They are one mind, one soul, and they come up with the fabulous programs that are rolled out here that we do.
I do have an announcement. We have one more member, a board member, who is part of the American Family Insurance Company, which is one of our, Dawn Berry, and one of my idols as far as a company that is expressing dreams. They have Deborah has been to their place in Madison, Wisconsin. So to have a corporation who they believe that they are the change and that dreams are the most important thing you'll ever own. That is huge for Gateway to Dreams. And they've come on as the sponsor as well. So very excited. So I just had to break in and say, we need to get Dawn Berry's picture on there.
Okay.
And it's our first corporate, really big corporate sponsor.
Awesome. not only besides Karen's amazing board, we have a slew of volunteers that give generously of their time and efforts whenever we need it. There is always volunteer opportunities. You can reach out to Karen, myself, Heidi Maxwell, who is not on with us, and we can definitely direct you how to become a volunteer, things that we need. So if you are interested, please reach out to any one of us. All right, Miss Tiffany. In addition, you know, we are, like so many of all of you are a nonprofit. So we exist on donations as well as time donated and things of that nature. So this is our link if you are interested in helping this amazing village of outstanding women keep this going. In addition, the donations go to help bring Joy of Goals, which meets every Sunday. Sheva, I believe, coordinates all of that. So you can reach out to her if you are interested in starting. She sends a link out every week to join that. Jenny Grace and Shelley Pordia do Write Your Book Right Now. So if ladies, you're thinking about starting a book.
Oh, sorry. I just wanted to add in, and we also have your collaborative board, which is a mastermind group.
Oh, that's right. We've got to add that to this. Sheva also takes care of that too. So Sheva will give you details on all that she is doing. Reach out to Jenny Grace or Shelley Pordia as far as writing your book. If you are thinking about it, stop thinking about it and start doing it. So.
Thank you.
So our quote today is, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. You can start anytime with a dream, and it is never too late to bring it to fruition."
That feels like a song to me. Have we got a
I
song
know.
coming up?
I think we do.
It just always amazes me. I never really know. I mean, I kind of know the topics, but it's like by the end of the time we're together, it's like I feel like whatever inspirational quote I find always is like so in line with what the day has been. So my hat's off to all of you amazing women. And you know, I think like Cassandra was saying, faith is everything. It doesn't matter what religious or spiritual aspect of faith you have, but it is a state of being. So whether you're sick or depressed or whatever it is, when you have that certainty you're going to be okay, you are going to be okay.
Yeah.
So go in love and faith and be kind to one another.
Sheva mentioned a song, and we, for those that have never been on, we end with the song that Pookie Lee wrote in 2014. And it was the song that when I heard it in 2014, it hit my heart, but I didn't know what to do with a song that hits your heart. And one morning I was on my way to one of our regular CPW meetings when we had them at the mall before COVID. And I felt like God said, call Pookie and ask her to come sing her song. And it was like 7 something in the morning. And I'm like, I can't call Pookie at 7 something in the morning and ask her to come sing the song because she wasn't planning on coming that day. And I kept hearing it. I kept hearing it. I kept hearing it. And I was like, okay, I called her. And she said, sure. And she threw her clothes together and she got there. And some of you guys may not know this, but this song has now gone around the world. She has taken it to places, and she says it's because we brought it out at CPW. So I love closing with this because my personal belief is the problems that we have in the world are not out there. They're within us to make a difference for what's out there. And so this song is by Pookie Lee, I Am Responsible. Tiffany will mute you so we don't hear you. We will hear Pookie, but I know this sounds crazy, but we all just sing along with it. Does anybody have a comment before we go to the song?
And we dance too.
Okay, some of you dance. Standing up or sitting down, whatever you want to do. But here is the song that I believe is part of the change for our world. I Am Responsible by Pookie Lee.
Responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Looking around the world, and what do I see? So many things in a state of need, pain and suffering all around me. I won't stand by and just let this be, 'cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. Everywhere, everyone wants to be free. Some look around and say, it's not me. How can they close their eyes and not see? It all comes down to me. Because I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. I'm reliable, accountable, dependable, invincible. I'm capable, incredible, responsible. 'Cause I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I say I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. I said I am responsible. I am responsible. I am responsible to leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. To leave the world a better place. Come on and leave the world a better place. Yeah.
Bye, everybody. Have a great month.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. See you guys.